Hey, Happy New Year's, everybody. It's Billy Holmes with Holmes Hot Rod and Cycles. And as you can see behind me, we have a new project in the shop. Don't worry, we're still working on the C10s. We're still going to be posting videos of those weekly. So we haven't abandoned that by no means. This thing's been sitting in the shop for a little while, trying to get a little bit of headway on the trucks. And then we're going to shift gears and start letting y'all kind of see what we're doing with this thing. But as you can tell, it's a 57 Chevrolet. It is a mess, to say the least. So basically, the story behind this is it's been in the owner's family for quite some time. He just wants to redo it and to get it up and driving. It does have a paint job on it. I would consider this kind of like a shade tree garage type paint job. It is definitely not the best. Unfortunately, it has a bunch of scratches, a bunch of paint cracks on it. The windows were not removed when it was painted. The engine bay, underneath the hood, different things like that were not painted at the same time. So we're gonna have to clean this up, kind of see what we're working with there, and you know, hopefully it starts looking better once we put the trim on it. The interior has nothing. It's completely gutted. I think it has this dash that's inside and the steering wheel. Besides that, that's about it. It is full and loaded with boxes of parts, it looks to be. Today we're going to start pulling a lot of that stuff out and kind of sorting through that and seeing what we have, what will help us get this car along, and what we don't have, and that we'll have to order. It was dropped off with a couple of boxes of trim that we were told were completely redone. They are wrapped. It does look like they were either chromed or polished and then wrapped up. Now, engine-wise, it does have this LS, if that's what you want to call it, half an LS. Kind of go over that, and if it is good, to at least get it painted, looking better, and then put back in. But for the most part, it does look like a stock 1957 Chevrolet four-door, besides the engine. So we're going to get with the owner. We're going to get an idea of what we want to be done with this thing and kind of the money that can be spent. But we're going to try to help him and get him his family car back. So all right, so as you can see, we have our work cut out for us big time. This car is a mess, like I said earlier. Hopefully y'all saw kind of what we're starting with. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on the inside. We're gonna pull everything out, get it over here. I may have to buy some new shelving for all this crap. So, but we need to get the car stripped down and get it ready for our little inspection on what needs to be done. All right, let's get into this. Oh wait, no door handles. So now we have to act like it's prom night. Oh. Yeah, this has been body work. They're painted and everything. Oh, that's not even the worst of it. Oh, God. All right, enough of that. Start unloading some of this crap here. Just gonna throw it on this dolly, get a lot of this out. All right, let's see what we got here. We got ourselves an electric fan with a shroud. We got ourselves a car cover, which looks like the car has never been covered. We do have a vintage air box. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Some body panel. Random. Ouch. Oh. All right, weather stripping, side window, and brake calipers, all in the same box. Kind of weird. we got everything out of the car. We got some vintage air parts, brand new. So that's going to be awesome. Got a new radiator, shroud, fan. Hopefully that fits. A bunch of other stuff. Half of a American Auto Wire looking box. Got some odd end parts. I found the badge. Not sure what these are. This looks like the LS wiring. Got some classic instruments, gauges, weather stripping. Not sure what all that stuff is. I'm assuming all of this is bumper, since there's probably 2,000 pounds of bumpers on this car. These are all probably freshly chromed, I'm hoping, and the window garnishings. And we have it all out. A little hard to see in here, it's a little dark, but floors don't look too bad. We have some friends that we're gonna have to clean out, but the floors don't look too bad. Whether they've already been fixed or replaced, it really doesn't look like they have. There's no like fresh metal, unless it was repaired a long time ago and then evenly rusted, I guess you'd say. But that's all empty. Got the trunk all emptied out. And so we're going to start sorting through all this stuff here, see what we have, see what we don't have, and see if we can get a better understanding on the condition of the car itself when it comes to like structure, rust, major problems, stuff like that. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and vacuum. We got a bunch of crap. Vacuum out and see how clean these floors really are. Fucking burning. A fan done. Yep, it's smoking. All right, and we are back. My vacuum started screaming and started smelling like a cat was on fire. So RIP to the Craftsman shop vac. You've been good for 10 plus years. So I had to finish with basically blowing all of this stuff out. We are going to coat it in a layer of paint before we put the sound deadener on. Floor is pretty much good to go. There looks like it'd be a couple patch panels here in the floorboards. And then there's a couple spots that are bare metal. And I want to just go ahead and cover that before we put the sound deadener on and the carpet and everything like that. Kind of help the spread of moisture, help the spread of rust, and kind of get it more uniform a little bit. So we're going to throw a quick coat of paint on this and let it dry for a day or two, and then we will come back and put a couple layers of sound deadener so it doesn't sound like that. All right, let's go. All right, it's my son Brantley. Wave to the camera. We got our gloves on. We're going to start painting this floor. We're gonna see how messy we can get, right? No, we gotta paint in here. We don't paint over there, okay? So this is just some regular, basically rust paint, Rust-Oleum or Eastwood, stuff like that. Okay? All right, so look, you're gonna watch me first. So we're gonna dip in here like this. And then look, we're gonna roll and roll and roll. Okay? We're not gonna make a mess and we're not gonna go real fast because the paint will go everywhere, okay? So let's start in the front over there and then work our way back because you can't sit in the paint. Okay? All right, let's go. Yeah, all the way down. Push it all the way down. There you go. Now pull it out slow. There you go. Now spin it over so the paint runs down it. This. Spin it over. Okay. Now take it over there and paint the floor.
Right here?
Yep. Watch where you put the paint. We can't get it on the outside, okay? Yep. Just like Daddy. See?
How do I bumpy?
All right, we're using foam rollers. They're a little bit smoother. I like using the foam rollers rather than those kind of those,
Paintbrush?
yeah, paintbrush or like a cotton type, that real carpety, tends to make the floors look real rough. People use those on frames all the time. Yeah. And once they're done with those, I think it's called nap maybe is the different smoothness of it. Man, it makes it look like it's bed liner. It's so rough. Yeah, go like see how look how I am. You got to paint fast because it's going to dry. Don't go crazy. Anyways, so I like using these foam rollers. They're a little bit slower, but the texture is a lot better than those real nappy rollers. So we're going to put a coat of this paint on all the way basically from the bottom of the firewall. It still has this wiring in that I have to take out, so I'm not going to go all the way to the front just yet. And we're going to run this all the way back to the trunk with one good coat. And then we're going to let it dry for a day or two and then come back with some sound deadener and cap it off.
Hi. What Daddy did. But Daddy helped me.
What did you do?
I paint over those stuff, but Daddy did that side.
Okay, Daddy did this side.
There's something right there. It's
Yeah.
literally made that sound. But Daddy, is the paint dries? Can you do that sound like G with the doors?
Oh yeah, the squeaky doors.
Yeah. Maybe I have to put some oil on, like some oil on there.
Oil?
Yeah, do not make that sound.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of work to it.
Then maybe I have to get on that side.
You need to stay right there so you don't get paint all over the place and on your clothes.
But I'm not getting on this.
Yeah, don't do that because mommy's gonna throw a fit. All right, we got the floor all done. My son kind of gave it up and went inside and watched cartoons and played with monster trucks. So I'm not mad at it. He's having a good time and cheap labor. But anyway, you can see we painted it all there, got everything good to go. We ran out of paint, so we weren't able to do the trunk. I'll have to get some more paint. I didn't know exactly how much this was going to take. I still need to do a little bit of the firewall up there and that, but I need to take all the wiring out. This is getting new wiring. This is getting a vintage air kit installed, which is all going to be up underneath there. So I'll most likely have to take all of that stuff out. Once it's all bare, then I'll reach back up underneath there and paint it. But for the time being, I just wanted to get the main part done. That way it's done, complete. While I'm working on it, I don't have to worry about it rusting or, flash rusting, getting dirty all the time or anything like that. Went ahead, just while it was open, sealed it. And like I said, we'll still have to do the trunk. And I did not do the top up here. There's a couple little grills and everything that I have to take off, and then I'll tape everything off and paint that. But did the wheel wells, just basically ran it to the door seals. Did not go outside the door seal, so you'll never see this for the most part once we put everything in. But makes me feel better. It's the right thing to do to seal in the bare metal that was replaced here and here with the patch panels in any of the bare metal or a little bit of rust that it had from the factory. Do it right the first time. It would have been a lot easier if whoever painted this did it while they painted it, but people cut corners, so it is what it is. So we'll give it a day to dry and we'll be back and we'll get some sound deadener in and see if we can get this thing looking a little bit better. All right, so now that we got the floors all done, we're gonna move to the front. My plan is to go ahead and remove the hood and the two front fenders and get all of that out. I do plan on taking the body off of the frame on this one. I got underneath it, didn't know if it would need to be done or not. Somebody did get underneath there and kind of spray some type of undercoating, some type of flat black paint on the body and the frame already, but it was just a lot of missed spots on it and it was already starting to surface rust. I'll show you here in a little while, maybe on the next episode, kind of what I'm looking at. But if you get underneath, you can see that the bottom of the control arms and the frame and stuff like that already has surface rust on it. So whether they prepped it, whether they painted it and just missed that spot, I'm not sure. So we decided I'm going to go ahead and remove the front end and we're going to lift the body up and slide the entire chassis, rolling chassis out with the engine and then go ahead and start prepping to basically kind of refresh or restore the frame. So we're going to go ahead and knock the hood out real quick, take the front fenders off, and prepare to do all of that. I went ahead and put towels down. Don't want to scratch the paint that we do have here. It looks like somebody already hit kind of the cowl up here, putting it on possibly. So I went ahead, put the blankets down, put a few handfuls of rags here in the corner. That way it doesn't slide back down. I've seen it slide down, hit paint. I've seen it bust windshields before, so we don't want that happening. So go ahead and take the hood off. Once that's done, we'll start removing the fenders. All right, just got the hood off. That was pretty easy. You saw, if you're not 250 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, you may not be able to lift that hood up like I did, but get some help if you don't. Not a big deal. But I was able to lift it off by myself and put it over there up out of the way. I'll show you that one piece here that somebody had already hit. This is what I was trying to avoid. Got this stuff like that. That was already there. And then you can see here in the corner where somebody didn't tape that off as well. So that's why I put the rags. That's why I put the towels and everything like that. So this is kind of what we looking at here with the engine. I mean, you can see the paint job that was done. That's one of the reasons we're going to take the fender and everything else off, because I'm going to go ahead and repaint the entire interior of the engine bay. Gonna go ahead, scuff it up, and we'll most likely do kind of like a satin black. I really wish they would have painted it gloss black. It looks really good on these cars, or the exact same color as the fenders, sorry, but we're not gonna be able to do that, and we're not going to send it off to get body worked and painted again and clear coated and everything else. So we're gonna take stuff like this off. That is a tape line, you can see. I mean, they still got tape here. We got tape here. I mean, this is that paint job I was telling you about. I don't know what the deal was with that, but horrible, horrible, horrible. So we're just gonna have to kind of make, you know, what is it? Make lemonade out of lemons, I guess, or whatever the saying is. But so we're gonna go ahead and take these front fenders off and start taking all of this stuff out and get ready to roll the chassis out. What? All right, so you saw we just got the whole front end off with help from my gorgeous wife. Y'all are welcome on the butt shots. If that's your flavor, you are welcome. But we got the fenders off, got the inner fenders off, got the little core support off. I guess the little pan down here, I'm not sure the exact name, the first thing we took off. But so we basically got the whole front end off, got the wires disconnected. I'm gonna have to do a couple little things up here before we are able to pull this thing out. So, but you can see here, I'll run you through the video real quick on what I was talking about being kind of surface rust and not coated very well. All right, got that damn camera off the stand. So this is what I was talking about earlier in the video of it just not being coated very well. One, it's filthy, we'll clean that off, but I did not want to give it back to the customer like this. It looks like it was coated at one time. I'd be very surprised if all of this was factory. If it was, then it's very clean. But I think someone went back. You can see up underneath the car where someone coated it pretty heavy with some type of spray paint. And I just didn't want it to look like this. If we're going to clean up the engine and the engine bay and everything like that, I'm not going to give it back to the customer with the frame and the rails and the suspension and everything else looking like this. The brakes, you can tell, is totally different. But yeah, so that's what the frame looks like here. And then towards the back is about the same way, close to the bumper. The only part that's really, really coated, I guess you would say, is right underneath the floor pans, the real easy part to get to. So we'll go ahead and start working on disconnecting the wires and everything like that in order for the body to completely come off. It only has, I believe, a couple of body bolts in it. They did not put the bolts back in when they replaced the floor pans. So I'm hoping they were just out of time or a little lazy and didn't do that. And I'm hoping that it's not because the way they welded the floor pans on, the bolt no longer works. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it wouldn't surprise me if that is the case. So, but front end is off. Floors are done. You saw that, painted and sound deadened and the little heat shield and everything like that. So we're making headway on it. We'll probably end up just ending the episode right here, me taking a little bit of the wiring off and getting it completely separated from the engine. And that should be it. hold very good. Barely took it off and the wire didn't slip. All right, so I think pretty much that's oil, that's coil. We got the temperature gauge here. It's green. We got white, which should be the tack. Brown will be the alternator. Disconnect this. Okay. Red power. Got some red here. The only one we need to disconnect now, it looks like, is the starter. And we should be good. Possibly a brake line, maybe. And go from there. All right, guys, and that wraps it up for today's episode. I appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all liking this 57 Chevy. It's kind of breaking it up from the C10s constantly. So we started the episode by sealing the floors up, painting them, putting the sound deadener on and the heat shield. Got it looking really nice, totally different car on the inside to start off with. And then we ended the episode pulling the front end off, the hood, the fenders, the inner fenders, the pan, the core support, different things like that. We're doing that because we're preparing to pull the chassis out, at complete chassis out from underneath the car. We're going to lift it up, roll it out, and start preparing to getting that looking better, taking care of all the rust, sealing and painting that, and then putting the suspension components back on, replacing anything that we need to, that we see that might not be in the best shape. So I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoying this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Holmes Hot Rod and Cycles. My name is Billy Holmes, and we'll see y'all next time.